Hello, students. I hope you all are fine. Before starting with the explanation, I have two things to tell you. The first is you must have noticed that I started with chapter number 13. We had skipped chapters 11 and 12, and I'll tell you why I did that. You know that you had your exams, so I wanted to start with chapter 13 so that you would have less writing work. And the second thing is, dear students, you must have noticed that in most of the grammar chapters, I always explain to you the meaning of verb. V-E-R-B, verb. From now onwards, I won't be explaining to you this word. By now, you should know what is the meaning of verb. For the last time, I'm going to repeat verb is a doing word, or you can also say it is an action word. Now we start with our chapter 13, that is subject and predicate. Now before I begin explaining any of the exercises, it is very important to know all these things. So the first one over here, a sentence has two parts, the subject and the predicate. As you can see, the name of the lesson itself is subject and predicate. The subject is the person or thing the sentence is about. Now let me explain to you in Hindi. Subject वो इंसान या चीज़ है जिसके बारे में that is about we are speaking or we are talking. The verb part starts from the verb. Very easy to understand. Wherever you have the verb part starts from there itself. It is also called the predicate. The subject is someone or something. That means it can be a living or non living thing that does the action in the sentence. I'll give you a simple example. I am speaking. You already got what is the verb. Am speaking is the verb. So that becomes the verb part, which is also known as predicate. I'll repeat the full sentence. I am speaking. Now you may want to ask, who is speaking? So the answer will be I. Therefore, I is the subject. That is myself because I am someone and I am doing an action. That is, I am speaking. Let us move on to the exercise part. Read the story given below. Circle the subject and put the predicate part in brackets. We'll read the story. One day, Emperor Akbar saw many crows in his garden. Dear students, first and foremost, what you have to do is whenever you are asked to find out subject and predicate, you have to know where is the verb or which is the verb in the sentence. Let us read this once again. One day, Emperor Akbar saw many crows in his garden. The verb is saw. So, wherever you find the verb, just take for granted that it is going to be the predicate part. As you can see, there is already a bracket put over here. That means the predicate starts from here to here. And you may ask the question, where does the predicate end? It starts from here, but where does it end? It ends at the end of the sentence itself. So you might have understood by now that it is very easy to find out subject and predicate in a sentence. The next sentence, he asked Birbal, how many crows are there in the kingdom? Now dear students, we will consider only this much part over here. We won't consider this as a separate sentence, okay? He. Now, he is a person who is doing an action, that is asking. He becomes the subject because he did something, that is, he asked, and this becomes a predicate because asked is the verb. Now, we will consider from year to year as another sentence. Birbal answered 95,463 crores. Now, why did we put this into brackets? Because this is the verb over here, answered. Who answered? Birbal answered. So, Birbal will become the subject. We'll consider this as the next sentence. Akbar told Birbal, "How are you so sure?" Why did we consider Akbar as the subject? Because he is the one who did the action, that is told, and told is the verb, so this much is going to be the predicate. Next, Birbal had a quick answer. Birbal, obviously this is going to be the subject because he had, this is the verb. So from here to here is going to be the predicate. Some crows have come to visit their friends here. Here also very easy to understand. Have come is the verb, so the predicate will be from here to here. Some crows will be the subject. In the same way, for the next sentence also, some crows will be the subject. Have gone is the verb. So the verb will be put into brackets and this will become the predicate. Now we won't consider the last sentence because here we do not have a proper verb. Dear students, let me repeat it once again. This sentence won't be considered and you won't even get it for your exam, so you do not have to worry. Let us move on to question 3. Read these sentences about animals and birds. In some, the subject is missing. In some, the predicate is missing. Complete each by adding the missing part. After each sentence, write what you used, the subject or the predicate. Dear students, please note, questions A to I can also consist of your own answers. As you can see over here, it is asking us to complete each by adding the missing part. That means you can use sentences or words of your own. Now in the first one, ducks, and then we have a blank. Now in the blank, what is mentioned? Swim in water. As I said earlier, you can frame your own sentence. For example, ducks are white in color. Even that sentence would be correct. First of all, we have to find out where is the verb in this sentence. You can easily identify swim is the verb. And I told you that wherever there is the verb part, from the verb till the end of the sentence is going to be the predicate. And so we will write predicate in this blank because we already had a subject over here. Next one, zebras have black and white stripes or strips, whatever you call it. Now let us identify the verb in this sentence, have. And since have is the verb, starting from here to here is going to be the predicate. And in this blank also we will write predicate. Let me repeat once again, students, you can frame your own sentences. All these are just simple examples for you to understand. Next one, The bat searches for food at night. Let us identify the verb searches. You can see over here with the verb we also have the sentence till the end, but the starting part is missing. So you can use any animal's name here, or you may also write about a human being, whatever you feel right. Now I gave you a simple example, the bat. Now we are not talking about cricket bat, we are talking about a mammal, a kind of bird. And so in this blank we will write subject. Now since we are talking about this mammal, that is bat, and we are saying that the bat searches is the verb. So from here to here is going to be the predicate. But we have put a subject over here. So we will be putting subject in this blank. Next one. The lion went back into the den. Or you can also say the lion is the king of the jungle. That will also be right. Now you have to identify the verb over here. Went. Therefore, from went till den is going to be the predicate. And in this blank over here, we will write predicate. Next one. The giraffe has a very long neck. Here also the verb is going to be has. And over here we will write predicate. Next one. The children dance under the rain. Here you can put any subject of your choice. I have just used a simple one, that is the children. In this blank we will write subject. Next one. Cuckoos lay their eggs in another bird's nest. Over here the verb is lay. And over here we will write predicate. Next one. Dolphins leap out of the water. The meaning of leap is jump. Now since this is the verb, this becomes the predicate from leap till water. And in this blank we will write predicate. Next one. Polar bears are white in color. Over here also you can use any animal's name, you can use any bird's name, whatever you want. Or you can also put a non-living thing. Are is going to be the verb. And so we have filled up this space. So we will write over here subject. Now dear students, after completing this exercise, we move on to this exercise. If you remember well, I had sent to you a normal text message wherein this was mentioned. I'm going to explain to you in the same way. Read the story given below. Divide the sentences into their subject and predicate parts by drawing a line. You just have to put this mark between the two parts. That means wherever you put the line, you have already divided the sentence, that is into subject and predicate. We'll start with the first one. A shepherd found a baby wolf. Why did we put the line over here? Because the verb is found, which means from found till here is going to be the predicate. And here you need not write anything, just put a line which will show that you have already divided the sentence. Now if you want to confirm your answer once again, let me tell you that a shepherd will be the subject. This is going to be the predicate. Next one. The shepherd brought the wolf home. The verb over here is brought. So we will put a line over here which divides the sentence into subject that is the shepherd, and predicate that is brought the wolf home. Next one, he taught the wolf to steal sheep from other people. Now, students, you may think in this sentence, why do we have such a long predicate? A second question may also come up in your mind saying that steal is a verb. So why did we not put a line over here? Now let me explain to you. He taught, उसने सिखाया. What did he teach? He taught the wolf to steal, चोरी करना. It is not saying that चुराया और चोरी किया और चोरी करने वाला है. It is just a noun over here. I'll explain to you in simple words. Wherever you find a verb which has something before it, that means, for example, to. Suppose if somebody is telling someone to do something, over here, he taught the wolf. That means the shepherd taught the wolf to do something, that is to steal. So over here, this will not be considered as a verb. So we'll go back to the sentence. He becomes the subject. Taught up till people will become the predicate. Next one. The wolf told him this. Very easy. Told is the verb, so we'll put a line over here. Subject and predicate. Next one also very easy. You have taught me to steal. Now over here, why did we also consider have? Because the verb begins from here and not from here. So before the verb, we will put a line and we divide the sentence into subject and predicate. Next one, I may also steal some sheep from you. Steal is the verb, so we'll put a line over here. Subject and predicate. Next one, the shepherd learnt his lesson from the wolf. Very easy, learnt is the verb, we'll put a line over here. Subject and predicate. So dear students, I hope you understood everything in this chapter. Let us revise once again. Subject is someone or something that does an action, and predicate is the action itself. That means the part from where the verb starts, which also means the part in a sentence starting from the verb till the end of the sentence is known as predicate. So that's it for this video. Thank you, students.